Hi guys, today I have a game for you in my Tier 8 Japanese gunboat, the Akizuki. No air quotes on this version of a gunboat. This is where the gunboat line really does start to come through. Now, let's all be thankful I'm out of the previous ship, the Shiratsu, I believe the way it's pronounced, but whatever. This is my Hirakazi captain. I don't have a dedicated captain for the Akizuki, or if I did, I got rid of it and moving things around and put it on another boat accidentally. So this is not an optimal build for this particular ship. I would prefer to have IFHE, but RPF isn't too bad. I usually don't run AFT on any of my gun builds. I go with the module for gun range. Now, RPF can be beneficial because while you are still a gunboat, I like to hunt down and kill the other DDs. Because once the other DDs are dead, you pretty much have free reign. You're going to miss the range you get from AFT, like when you smoke up and start shooting things. So I still play a little bit more torpedo boatish and try to bait out the radar, or just in general stay away from the radar. Now, I accidentally came in on the wrong side of this island. I prefer to come in on the other side because in order to escape if something bad happens, I have to go in front of this island, which is definitely going to force me to stay within the enemy. Now, I am looking to see what the two battleships are doing, not the Mahan, to see if I can send torps against either one of those two. Now, the island is covering up both of us, but hey, we both are aware of each other, and luckily I get the first shots. And now I am going to smoke up because I was going to be spotted, and you know, you never know who's going to shoot. But the other reason is because this battleship is in range. It is a Russian battleship. The other reason I decided to smoke up here is because I have this lovely little strip of land in front of me that is going to stop any sort of torpedo rush against me. In order for the Mahan to get torpedoes off, he has to come right at me. The Yakakazi, I believe, has F3, so his torpedoes are never going to be in range. Now, you'd think with the Shiratsu being in the gunboat line, he should be able to gun down the other ship. You would be wrong. Two battleships within my shooting range, smoke up, shoot, try to get the fires. I'm sending torps against the Massachusetts. I'm sending them behind because he is slowing down. The white line that you see is if the guy doesn't change course, where those torps are going to go. Both sets of torps are up against the mass. Now, I am hoping that the Mahan smoke is going to run out before mine because he did use it first, but I am shooting just randomly into his smoke where I think he would be. Luckily for us, we have a carrier player who cares about killing destroyers. So he's trying to spot the Mahan for me. Now, we are starting to get this cap, which means the Mahan is not in here, which means he's probably spotting these planes, because he's not in cap, and he's got his AA turned off. So I don't want to open up on anything while this is going on, because I would like to get the cap and not get reset. I have my AA turned off because the planes have to come in closer to spot me. My AA range is 5.8. Detectability by air is 2.9. When I get spotted is when I'm going to turn it on. Now, the Mahan has relocated to the Vladivostok, and it is a smart move on his part. This is a double carrier game, so you need to stay by other ships for AA support. Even DDs, unless your name happens to be Holland, then you just crap all over planes. Now, I make a small mistake here And the simple fact of when I get on the other side of this island, I could have stopped and farmed the battleship down. Could have used island cover, but there is a double carrier in the game, so it's better to be mobile than not. I could have went to a quarter speed instead of just maintaining full speed. But what's going on through my mind right now is there is a DD on a 10 line who's pushing up against our battleship. Our Saratsu is not doing well health-wise, so I need to come back and try to deal with that tier 8 destroyer. The other thing is that guy's gonna push up to our carrier. I want to protect my carrier because, you know, he was doing spawning for us. He was playing as a team. The other thing is he's in 007, which means he's at least competent or willing to do stuff to win games. But more importantly, I am worried about the Magi just as much as I am about the carrier. Our Massachusetts is playing far back, probably because he's pink and doesn't want to run into anybody. If you're pink and you ram somebody, it will not cause you to be pink anymore. I do believe they changed that. The Vlad is bow on, which means I want to send these torps not on where he's at while I'm trying to dodge these torpedoes. Dodging these torpedoes that got Viking up is nice. But I'd never send them right on when something's bowing because of the torp spread. I kind of stagger it a little bit more. Now I'm going to stay on this side of the rocks instead of the other side of the guy because I wanted to use these rocks as potential cover when I am pushing up on top of this guy. I should easily be able to win this gunfight if these rocks weren't in my way. Now I failed to notice the carrier above me and should have had my AA on way sooner. But here comes our carrier in support of killing this DD. Now, what happens next actually does surprise me because managed to kill the battleship and get a double strike on the DD.
Sunk. We've got 2 of them.
I must have just got this double strike in the very last moment. I get a flood on the Massachusetts, who has a really quick heal, but I believe the party damage party, you know, the DCP is standard. It may be a little bit faster. It probably is faster, but I throw that out there because even if our carrier just, you know, uses his rocket planes and gets that fire, that's going to cause another damage control party out of him. Now, I'm thinking, where did this Mahan go? Oh, look, he smoked up to let me know where he went. I believe he's trying to smoke his Massachusetts. Or he fat-fingered his smoke. I don't know why he decided to hit his smoke. Maybe it was due to the planes? But why do you continue to go forward? Like at a full steam like that? I'm going to shoot the DD because he's the lowest. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill. Now I got one set of torps going up against the mast. I'm going to wait for my torpedoes to come back naturally instead of using the torp reload booster because I only have one left. I don't know why I'm getting such horrible lag at this part of the replay. But I do believe the Mahan spotted these torpedoes for the mast, which meant he went this way. Now, the only reason I'm spotting these planes, or my AA is going off and these planes are spotted, is because our carrier over here is saying, hey, there's planes above me. These are Lexington planes. Luckily, I am tier 8, but I wish they were to tier 6 because I should have been able to make easy work of them. But because I am in smoke, this guy doesn't know exactly where I am at, I'm able to deal with his planes a little bit easier, and that was all because of the carrier, my carrier, trying to get damage in on Massachusetts was spotting the planes. And this is what I mean by sometimes by you will accidentally spot something. That guy wasn't over here to spot planes for me. He was over here to deal damage to the Massachusetts. Now I get a fire on the Massachusetts. He's pretty much at the extent of my gun range, which is another issue for not having ATF on this, guys. I have to be within their secondary range to really continue to use my guns. Luckily, I get another fire, and he pushed behind the island, so line of sight was broken. But I'm constantly thinking, where the heck is this Mahan? Why did the Mahan not rush me in my smoke and send torpedoes? Played a very dangerous game, staying in there, just pelting these ships. That partly could have been because of the carrier coming over here and constantly going after the Mass. As the Massachusetts gets AA defense expert, but because I am constantly pelting him with HE, you know, he's getting low on his AA mounts. As you can see, the Mass is running away. Now, well, both carriers have AP bombs, and overpen will literally kill the Mahan, so it doesn't matter if it's AP or HE bombs. If a bomb connects with that Mahan, the Mahan is going to die. I shot my guns because I knew I was going to use this island to break line of sight. I'm trying to get this guy focused in on me, per se, instead of the torpedoes I sent. I would also like to try to get some cheeky damage in before this gentleman dies, because he is burning. That is a butt fire, and something else is shooting at him, but I would like to be the one to get the kill. As he ends up burning to death, and then I notice the Lexington. We have 2 caps. There's 2 carriers left. Could have easily went and gotten D, which is what I should have done for experience, so I can get out of this ship. But I usually have some very good games. I usually have good games in the ship. So I'm like, let me go farm this carrier down. Let me get some justice for all the DDs out there and deal with this Lexington. Now I'm going to smoke up here because I'm seeing torpedo planes come in. So I'm like, you know, who's going to be able to keep this guy spotted is our 2 carriers while they come after this guy. I wasn't counting on the Rujiho to keep this guy spotted. Was counting on our Lexington to keep this guy spotted. And the reason for that is because it's a tier 6 carrier versus a tier 8. I knew there was going to be a gap, but I don't understand why our Lexington is not coming straight for their Lexington. I reverse into the island. I'm trying to hold my torpedoes so I can get an accurate sight on where this guy is. But our Lexington is hell-bent on dealing with the tier 6. Now, I sent torpedoes because I think this guy is just giving up on life. As our Enterprise, trying to go after their tier 6, spots the Lexington. This game is going to wrap up very quickly, guys, as I'm PR farming the Lexington, who starts moving forward. And that's pretty much it, guys, while the Amagi comes in and finishes the guy off. We're going to win on points. I don't believe this guy dies. I could be wrong. He may die. But it's GG. And now it is going to be time for the post-battle results in a brief moment while I try to survive Lexington planes. Or I'll just end it here. Now, I do hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I do hope you take something away from this. This is really where the destroyer gunboat line starts, in my opinion. It's a very good gunboat, better than a tour boat, unlike the previous ships in this line. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. I do appreciate all the support you guys do give me. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.